Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it's good to have you. My name's Elizabeth. Today I'm going to be showing you how I use the Cricut Hat Press to create these two caps. So I have this, which is sublimation and HTV, and this one, which is just HTV. If you would like to see how I do that and get my honest review on the hat press, stay tuned. So before I set up my Cricut Hat Press, I had to download the app from the App Store. I'm using an iPhone, so I've now got my Heat app, and then I'm just going to talk you through setting it up. So I've logged into my account, my Cricut account, and now I'm going to start the setup. So I need to first of all put my hat press on. Press connect. Agree to the terms. Hopefully it's not got anything dodgy on there. Accept and activate. So I'm just activating the hat press, and it's going to take a few minutes. It says make sure heat press is turned on and in range, and it is. And success, you're ready to make something great. And I'm going to press done. Okay, I'm going to be cutting out some heat transfer vinyl. So I've got some kind of velvety type heat transfer vinyl and some glitter vinyl for my design. So I've just loaded that up onto Cricut Design Space. And now I am going to cut. Okay, so this is now cut. I had to check because these two heat transfer vinyls are quite thick, so I had to leave the mat in without ejecting it and pressing the cut button again. Okay, so it can cut in exactly the same place, and it's done it quite nicely, so I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to unload the mat. And we are going to start weeding both of these vinyls. Okay, so I'm just going to weed these quickly and carefully. Okay, so I've weeded this velvety one which says good vibes only. I'll just show you what the velvet looks like, coming really close. It's got a really lovely texture, so I'm hoping that's going to look really nice on the cap that I place it on. Not the easiest to read, but looks very pretty, so I'm hoping it comes out really nicely. And then this one, which I'm going to be pressing with some sublimation. So I've already printed this one out. I got this image from Creative Fabrica and I just edited it a little. I kind of used different fonts. So I'm going to be placing this down first on my cap. So I'm going to sublimate first, and then I'm going to put this glitter HTV to accompany it. So let's begin. Okay, so I've got my hat press on and I'm just going to go into my Cricut app and I'm going to set custom time and temp. So I need to press my hat at 165 degrees Celsius, and I need to do that for 17 seconds. Okay, and I'm going to preheat my blank also, and I'm going to send that setting to my press. So while that's preparing itself, I'm going to set up my cap. So I've got my cap here, my blank. Excuse my voice, I have a little bit of a cold, or I don't know what it is, because it's supposed to be summer here and I'm not feeling great, so excuse my voice if it sounds a little bit croaky. So actually first I need to remove this. Okay, so my hat press is ready because it just made a beep. So I need to make sure this bit is on the outside of the hat form, and then I need to pull it taut. I might just clip the back of the cap in, see if that helps make it any tighter. Okay, so that looks like it's nice and firm. Right, I'm just going to lint roll it. Okay, so preheat the blank, position heat press, then push the go button. So I'm just going to preheat this, and it's going to preheat for 5 seconds. Let me bring this back ever so slightly so you can see. Yep. And I'm going to press the go button and just rock it back and forth. Right, so that's done. Okay, so we're nice and heated up, and now I'm going to place my heat transfer vinyl, making sure it's in the middle. I might just give myself a little middle mark here so I can try and attempt to place it in the middle. I think that looks good right there. Yep, let's have a look at it facing the front. Yep, that looks good. And I'm just going to use this strong heat resistant tape that came with the hat press, just to place it down and make sure it doesn't move. Okay, hopefully that is good. I might just put a tiny little bit more down the bottom, just there. Right, let's hope that's good. And then get my Teflon sheet and then press this for 17 seconds, and I'm going to make sure I rock it back and forth. Okay. And on the Cricut app, it does a countdown. Okay, it's saying it's ready, so I'm hoping it is ready. Let's have a look. Well, I can see here that that bit is not down, so I'm gonna go again. Okay, let's have a look now. If it's pressed down, hopefully it is. I'm going to wait for it to cool down a little bit. I'm so impatient. I want to see, I want to see, I want to see. Okay, I can see that it's not adhered to the cap, so I might just go again. Teflon sheet. And I think I need to apply quite a bit of pressure there. Okay, let's have a look. Right, hopefully, fingers crossed this time, it is adhered to it. Not sure what that is. So I'm just going to wait for it to cool down. I'm impatient. It's a warm pill, so I'm going to just pull this off slowly. Okay, so it's on, but I'm just going to give it an insurance press for a few seconds. Okay, right, let's have a look. Okay, that's that one. I think it looks really cute. I really like the way it looks, especially with the velvet heat transfer vinyl. I think that looks great. Okay, so we're going to move on to the sublimation and the HTV cap now. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing the sublimation. Okay, so I'm going to be sublimating this first. Okay, so I need to make sure I place it the right way. So that way, and in the middle. I'm just going to place that down, make sure the cap is snug on the hat form. Not too close to this kind of the peak of the hat, or the beak, I think. Okay, so that looks like it's in the middle. Yep. And then I'm just gonna tape it down. This time with plenty of tape, because this is sublimation after all, and it needs to be down firm. So, my hat press is beeping. I think it's about to turn itself off. Not sure what that beep is. So I don't want this to shift in any way, so I'm putting lots of this tape on it. I might just add a little bit more. Oh, so that beep was just the hat press warning me that it's about to turn itself off. So I need to put that back on. Okay, hopefully that is nice and flat. And I'm just going to use some more tape. You can never use too much heat tape, because what you don't want is your design to mess up because you haven't used enough tape. So I'm just going to make sure that's all taped all around so it doesn't move in any way whatsoever. Okay, right, excuse my sniffling. I'm just gonna go and sort myself out and I will be back. Okay, so what I forgot to do, I think it's because I'm ill, guys, I forgot to preheat my blank and I forgot to lint roll. Okay, cannot forget that step. It's really important to get any fuzzies off, otherwise that will transfer onto your design. So I'm just going to heat this up to remove any moisture. Okay, so we are done with that. Now I'm going to place my design on. Okay, just make sure it's cooled off a little bit so I don't get any unnecessary ghosting. Right, so I'm now going to place my design down. Like that. Okay, and I am also going to be putting some parchment paper on top so I don't ruin my hat press. So I'm just going to take that down with regular heat transfer tape. Hopefully that will stop this from shifting, but I'm hoping I don't have to move the heat press because the design is quite small, so I should be able to just press on there without too much bother. Okay, so that is on there. So now I am just going to press, and I'm going to be applying medium pressure for 40 seconds. Okay, it's telling me it's done. Okay, but I'm scared, guys. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look-see. Well, it's come through. I can see it there. I'm just worried about that part. Oh no, it's fine. Okay, so let's remove that. It looks like it's sublimated well, because you can see the design coming through. So let's just have a look. Fingers crossed. Okay, so it's a little bit ghosty, but I think that is down to myself, user error. Okay, that's down to myself. I think I placed my design too low down, but it's still looking good. So I'm just going to do the next part of my design, which is to place this heat transfer vinyl just like that. I think that looks good. So I'm going to place it just like that. So in order to do that, I'm going to, I think I'm going to put some more tape on. Just to hold it down, and I'm just using the regular tape here. I can see why they've added the, you know, the extra hold heat transfer tape. I have just got a little bit more to tape down. Okay, so like that. Right, this part might be an issue, so I'm gonna have to press really hard there. So I'm just gonna set up my heat up again. I'm gonna add a little bit more parchment paper there, just because that has been sublimated and I don't want it to transfer any ink to my hat press. Like that, just to protect it. And I'm going to put a Teflon sheet on the top, just like that. So I'm just waiting for my hat press to go to the desired temperature. Okay, so it took quite a while to cool down because I had it on quite a high heat for my sublimation, and now I am at 160 degrees, so degrees Celsius that is. And so now I am going to press this now, press the HTV. So for this I am going to be rocking back and forth actually, because of where it is on the cap. Okay, so that is it, time up, and I'm just going to run it over just for a little bit longer. Right, let's have a look, see. Let's see if it's down. Okay, I can see that most of it is down, but because of the angle that I had it at, part of it is not down. So I'm just going to do that for another 15 seconds, concentrating on this part right here. Hopefully that has done it this time. Looks like it has. Okay, wait for that to cool a little, but I'm impatient, so I never wait for anything. Right, I can see right there that that bit is not down. Okay, so I need to hit it just a little bit more there. But again, this is all kind of me not doing what I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to do it. But I'm also going to blame the fact that I am unwell. So it's just that tiny little bit there where it, the cap is got a kind of pleat in it. So in the future maybe I will not make my designs so big. So you know, all that part is kind of stayed on except that bit right there. I don't know if you can see it, but that part of the Y where it's on that pleat is not down. Okay, so that is down to actually the size of my design and nothing to do with the hat press. So I'm gonna hit it again, just maybe focusing on that part. If I can just push it in so it's tight right there, and then I'm just gonna press it again, and hopefully this time it will have done the job. Let's have a look. Okay, it's down a little bit better. Yeah, down a little bit better. So we can see it there. And just in case you were wondering, it says hashtag HLTA, which is my regular job, off duty, and I will be off duty soon. Looking forward to that, so I can create more content. So these are the two caps. Let's have a look at them. I already know which one's my favourite. Okay, so let's have a look at both of them. Okay, so we have the one with just the HTV, and then we have the combination of sublimation and HTV here. Now my favorite is this one. Okay, this one, I believe it would have come out even better if the polyester content was higher. So this is a poly cotton cap, but I cannot remember how much polyester is actually in it. I think if it's more polyester, it would have been a lot more vibrant. Also, if my design wasn't so large, then I wouldn't have got these this ghosting at the bottom here, and a little bit at the top where it kind of has this pleat. And also the reason why this took several kind of presses to adhere was because, again, my design was a bit too big, I think, and I didn't take into consideration that it had a pleat here. But it looks good, and I actually, come to think of it, I'm liking that kind of faded look. Kind of that, I mean, it's ghosted, but it looks a little bit vintage, and I kind of like that. I like that look. So I'm going to now sit down and I'm going to talk to you about the Cricut Hat Press, if it is a yay or nay for me. So stay tuned. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed that video. My honest review about the Cricut Hat Press. So I think this is a good machine to have if you are just using it for a few caps. If you are using it to do multiple caps, I would say more than 5 caps, I would go for a press that you the type that you clamp down and you can then work on other things. Because this is a manual kind of press, and what I mean by manual is that you are physically pressing this on yourself, this is time consuming, okay, because you're having to press. You can't do anything else while you are pressing down this machine onto your cap. So for, you know, 1 or 2 caps, it's fine, but more than that, I would say it's time consuming because you can't do anything else. As far as the actual machine, it is a good press. Now, you would have seen in the video that I had some ghosting on this cap here. That is my fault, user error. My design was too big, and so I wasn't able to press really close to the bottom, and then I had a few issues with the HTV where this pleat was. But it works fine. It works fine with sublimation, and it works fine with HTV. With this cap here, which is my favorite, okay, not just because it's pink, but it worked really well. Again, I had to press it several times because my design is rather large, but you can see that it's pressed really well there. As far as the actual app, I love the app. I love the fact that you can adjust the temperature and the time, and you can put in a preheat setting, which you can't do on the mini press. The mini press has 3 set heat functions, so you're not able to kind of differentiate your temperature or your time. This, on the other hand, you can set whichever time and temperature, and you can see that on the app. What else do I like? I like the fact that you can see everything on your app. You can see the heat press heating up in real time and cooling off in real time. Obviously, it takes longer for it to cool down once you've used it, and it's a higher temperature. It's going to take a while to cool down. But as far as heating up, it does it quite quickly. So would I recommend this heat press? I would recommend this heat press if you're not doing loads of caps. So again, if you're just doing maybe about 1 to 5 caps, it's fine. For more than 5 caps, I would say it's quite time consuming, although you can do it, just in terms of how much time it takes for you to prepare the hats and then press it. It's time consuming. So that is why I wouldn't recommend it if you've got a lot of caps to do. It is comfortable in your hand, okay, really comfortable. I love the hat form. The hat form is great. It does have walnuts inside it. If you've seen my unboxing, you would have seen that. I'd link that actually. I'm going to link that at the top as well, so you can have a look at that if you haven't seen it. So yes, I would recommend this hat press. It's just a good addition to have. So if you have found this video useful or interesting, please like and subscribe if you haven't yet done so. And as always, guys, don't have a good day, have an amazing day. See you soon. Bye.